Welcome to the Podcast Lab, your go-to space for raw conversations, curious questions, and inspiring stories from around the world. Whether you're here to learn, laugh, or just listen in, this is where ideas take shape and voices come alive. Ready to dive into fresh perspectives and thought-provoking discussions? Let's get started. This is the Podcast Lab. Subscribe now and never miss an episode.
Okay, so forget those killer robots from the movies for a minute.
Right.
Let's talk about how AI is actually being used
Yeah.
to tackle some of the world's, well, really big problems.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you sent me a bunch of super interesting articles about this whole AI for good thing.
Yeah.
And I think we should, dive into some of the most impactful projects that are happening right now.
Definitely. Yeah.
There's so much to cover. Everything from climate change and healthcare to stuff like, poverty and even human rights.
It's amazing how broad the applications are.
Yeah, totally. So by the end of this deep dive, I guess you could call it,
Yeah.
I think people will not only get the how of it all, but also the why, why these initiatives matter so much.
For sure. And hopefully they get that same buzz I'm getting about AI's potential to, really make a difference.
Exactly, yeah. I'm definitely feeling that too.
It's pretty inspiring to see how AI isn't just, automating tasks anymore. It's offering totally new solutions.
Right.
Stuff that wouldn't even be possible otherwise. So one of the things that really stood out to me was that article you sent about AI being used in wildlife conservation.
Oh, yeah.
That's not the first thing that pops into your head when you think AI.
Definitely not. But it's really cool how it's being used, to monitor endangered species in ways that were just, unimaginable before.
Yeah. There was that example about the elephants in Kenya, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Researchers are using these AI-powered cameras that can identify each individual elephant
Whoa.
by their unique features. It's like elephant facial recognition or something.
That's crazy. And it's all to track their movements and help with anti-poaching efforts, which is huge.
Yeah, absolutely vital.
And, it's not just protecting animals either. AI is also being used to fight pollution, which is another massive issue.
Right.
I was reading about that IBM Green Horizon initiative. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah, that one's fascinating. It uses AI to actually forecast pollution levels.
Oh, and it even suggests preventative measures.
So instead of just reacting to pollution after it happens, we can actually try to stop it before it even starts.
Exactly. It's a totally different way of thinking about it. Imagine being able to use AI to pinpoint the pollution hotspots,
Right.
optimize waste management, or even design smarter transportation systems.
Sounds too good to be true.
Well, the technology is still developing,
Yeah.
but the potential is huge.
Totally. I've been noticing this theme of optimization with AI a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's playing a big role in agriculture, too, which is another area that needs some serious innovation.
For sure. Feeding a growing population sustainably is a major challenge.
Absolutely. Did you get a chance to look at that article about Google's AI for agricultural solutions?
Yeah, I did. It's amazing how they're using AI to predict crop diseases and optimize farming practices.
It's mind-blowing, right?
It is. They can help farmers get so much more out of their land while using less water and pesticides.
That's incredible.
It's about working with nature,
Yeah.
not against it. So important for a sustainable future.
Absolutely. And it's not just our physical world that's being revolutionized by AI, but healthcare, too.
Totally.
One thing that really struck me was how AI can help bring healthcare to remote areas.
Oh, absolutely. That article about Zipline and their drone delivery system, that was incredible.
It's pretty crazy to think that an AI-powered drone could deliver, life-saving vaccines to a remote village in just a few hours.
It's remarkable.
It was practically science fiction just a few years ago.
Totally. It shows you how fast things are moving.
For sure. And then there's how AI is transforming disease detection and treatment, too. Like with IBM Watson Health, which is helping with diagnoses.
Yeah.
That could be huge for early detection.
Definitely. Early detection is often key, especially with things like cancer.
Right. And DeepMind is using AI to predict protein structures, which can speed up drug development.
Oh, that's a fascinating one. So basically, proteins are these super complex molecules.
Yeah, I remember that from biology class.
Right, but their 3D structure determines how they function. And by predicting those structures, AI can help scientists figure out how diseases work and then develop more effective treatments.
Wow, that's incredible. So AI is basically accelerating scientific discovery.
Exactly. It's pretty mind-blowing.
It is. And of course, we can't forget about the role AI played in the whole COVID-19 pandemic.
Right,
It was being used to track outbreaks, predict how the virus would spread, and even speed up vaccine development.
It really showed us the power of AI to, respond to global health crises.
Absolutely. So moving on to a different but equally important issue, I was really interested in how AI is being used in poverty alleviation.
Yeah, that's a huge area where AI can have a massive impact.
For sure. The way it's transforming microfinance is pretty eye-opening.
Definitely. So AI models are being used to help microfinance institutions assess credit risk.
Okay.
So it's making it possible for more people in need to access loans and other financial services, which can be, life-changing for people who are trying to escape poverty.
Absolutely. It gives them the tools and resources they need to, break out of that cycle.
Exactly. It's about empowerment.
And there's AI-powered job matching and skills development, which is pretty cool, too.
Oh, yeah. These platforms that connect people in underserved communities with job opportunities. And some even offer personalized skills training based on what's in demand in the job market.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's all about making sure everyone has a fair shot at success, no matter where they come from.
I love that. And let's not forget about education.
Right. Education is key.
AI is making a huge difference there, too. With platforms like Duolingo and SentryTech, they're personalizing the whole learning experience.
So cool.
And they can adapt to individual needs, which makes learning more engaging and effective.
And more fun, too, I bet.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes you actually want to learn.
For sure. And what about AI breaking down language barriers? I mean, that's huge for education, too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Think about it. Learning materials can be translated into countless languages, making education accessible to, practically anyone in the world.
It's like democratizing knowledge.
Exactly.
Okay, so shifting gears a bit again, let's talk about disaster response and humanitarian aid.
Okay, yeah.
That article about AI predicting and tracking natural disasters was really fascinating.
Yeah, those are the ones that really hit home.
For sure. I think it mentioned how AI predictions actually helped evacuate people before a major hurricane.
Yep, it did. Those stories really stick with you. It's like a real reminder of how AI can actually save lives.
It's powerful stuff. And it's not just prediction either. The UN World Food Program is using AI to assess needs after disasters.
Oh, wow.
So they can get aid to the people who need it most.
That's incredible.
It's all about, using technology to make a tangible difference when it matters most. Speaking of which, I'm really intrigued by the whole smart city concept, and how AI plays into infrastructure.
It's a fascinating area. So smart cities are using AI to manage things like traffic flow, waste disposal, and even energy consumption.
So imagine a city with no traffic jams.
Right.
Where all the resources are being used responsibly and efficiently.
It's kind of a utopian vision.
It is.
But AI is making it more and more achievable.
Totally. And the article has also mentioned how AI is being used to manage water resources in drier areas.
Yeah, that's vital, especially with climate change making droughts more frequent.
Exactly. AI systems are helping to ensure people have access to clean drinking water.
Yeah.
And to manage those increasingly common droughts.
It's amazing how adaptable this technology is.
Right. So versatile. And then there's a role AI plays in upholding human rights and justice, which is incredibly important.
Absolutely. That's something we can't overlook.
For sure. That article about Foreign was really heavy. The organization using data analysis to fight human trafficking networks.
Yeah, it's a tough subject.
It is.
But it's vital work. It's encouraging to see how AI is being used to expose these criminal activities and help rescue victims.
Absolutely. And there's also the use of AI to provide access to legal aid.
Oh, yeah. Those AI tools are empowering people who might not be able to afford a lawyer.
Right. So it's making sure that justice isn't something that's limited by your income.
Exactly. Access to justice should be a fundamental right.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
And finally, we have to talk about the impact AI is having on mental health.
Yeah, that's an area with huge potential.
It could really be a game changer.
For sure.
Like those AI-powered apps like Wobot, they offer accessible mental health support. And they're especially helpful in places where, access to therapists is limited.
Right. It's like having a resource you can turn to whenever you need it.
Exactly. So when you look at everything we talked about, it's clear that AI isn't just about automating things. It has the potential to create a better, more equitable world.
Absolutely. We've seen how it's addressing so many of the challenges we're facing, and we're only scratching the surface.
It makes you wonder what other problems we could solve with AI, right?
For sure. The possibilities are endless.
It's really inspiring, and I think it gives us hope that this technology can be used for good.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's an exciting time to see how human ingenuity and AI can work together to shape a better future.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It's all about using it wisely and ethically, right?
Exactly.
Making sure it benefits everyone.
Couldn't agree more. Well, on that note, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah, we have.
It's been a fascinating deep dive into the world of AI for good.
Totally agree. It's amazing to see the positive impact AI is already having.
Absolutely. And I think it's just the beginning. So thanks for joining me on this journey, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a great conversation.
And for all of you listening, I hope this has sparked your curiosity about the potential of AI to make a real difference.
I hope so, too.
Because the future is, well, it's looking pretty bright.
Couldn't agree more.
All right, that's it for today. See you all next time.
See ya. Bye. Bye.